In this video, we'll take a look at grouping and subgrouping in Notion databases. This is a pretty recent feature added to Notion, but it is really powerful for a lot of reasons. So let's dive right in and let me show you how it works. So grouping basically allows you to group your content into different clusters. And this was previously only available in the board view, where this is basically the default. So here you are grouping your content into these different groups based on a property. But now you can also do this in other views. So for example, in the table view, we can go into the settings and then go to group. And here we might want to say group by type as well. So now we have the type grouping enabled. And if I click out of that, you see that now this database is basically split into different parts. So the table is split into the breakfast part, the dessert part, the dinner part, and the side part, and also the snack part. So now we have these groups and we can actually manage things easier this way, especially if we have lots and lots of different properties, but like one of the properties is the most important by far. So in this case, if I take a look at the table database without any of the grouping, so let me just really remove that. It might be hard for me to actually spot which of the recipes are for dinner or for breakfast because they're all mixed up. Now you could obviously also add a sorting to the database, but grouping is just another way of doing this. And you can still apply sorting based on a different criteria once you've grouped. So you can add these on top of each other to really manage the data and the database entries however you want them to be managed. Now I just want to show you that this is also available in other views as well. So here in our gallery view, we can do the same thing. So if we go in here, go to groups, and again, group by the type, then we will get a database that's split into different sections. We have dessert, dinner, and so on. So these are all the different sections that we have. Now here we can also actually collapse these different sections. And we also have the option in some cases, if we go to the grouping, to hide the empty groups. So if there was a group that doesn't have any entries, we could actually hide that. Let me actually quickly show you this. So if I add a new group here, which is maybe called maybe cocktail. So this would be the cocktail category, but we don't want to add any data to it. So let's remove this one again. And now we have this empty column here. So you see all these others have entries in them, but this one doesn't. And now we could go back up to the options here and we could say hide empty groups. And now these groups down here won't appear anymore because they're hidden by default. Now, since Notion boards already have grouping applied to them by default, they actually have another feature called subgroups. So this basically allows you to group by two different properties. So in this case, let me show you how it works. If I go into the settings and go to subgrouping, I could say I want the date to be the subgroup. And now I am actually filtering for the day and then also the actual type. So we could see that yesterday we would have eaten this for breakfast, this for dessert, and this for dinner. And today it's going to be maple cookies, coconut and lemon tray bake, and Mediterranean chicken. So yeah, this is really powerful, grouping by multiple properties. Again, really, really nice if you have a large database that has lots and lots of different properties and you want to make it a bit more easy for you to manage.